What truly makes a person silently magnetic and irresistibly attractive, especially after the age of 65? It's no longer about youthful looks, flawless skin, or trying hard to impress. It's about something far deeper, something that cannot be seen but can certainly be felt. True allure transcends age. It radiates from within, through the way you carry yourself, the energy you bring into a room, and the way you make others feel in your presence. Real attraction isn't tied to the clothes you wear or the way you style your hair. It's woven into your movements, your silence, your energy. People who are silently captivating have mastered subtle yet powerful traits that make them unforgettable. They don't chase attention, they don't force conversations, and yet somehow people are effortlessly drawn to them, curious, respectful, enchanted. The most beautiful part? These qualities have absolutely nothing to do with youth. They can be nurtured, strengthened, and embodied at any stage of life, whether you're 65 or 85. In this video, we'll dive deep into 6 timeless ways you can become silently attractive and irresistibly magnetic between the ages of 65 and 80. If you've ever wondered how to remain intriguing, how to hold a room without speaking loudly, and how to leave a lasting impression without ever uttering a word, stay with me until the very end, because the final secret we'll reveal is the most overlooked, yet the most transformative. If you find yourself longing to feel more respected, more confident, and naturally captivating, this journey is for you. And before we begin, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you won't miss any upcoming videos. If you enjoy this content, leave a 1 in the comments. If you feel it could be better, type 0. Your feedback truly matters and helps me grow with you. Now, let's embark on this beautiful transformation together. 1. The quiet power of unshakable confidence. There's something deeply magnetic about a person who walks into a room with quiet, grounded confidence. Not arrogance, not boastfulness, but a serene self-assuredness that makes others instinctively notice. This kind of confidence doesn't come from bragging or proving anything to anyone. It's born from deeply knowing who you are, standing firmly in your worth, and being at peace with yourself. People who radiate this silent strength don't seek validation from outside sources. They validate themselves. They don't clamor for attention, dominate conversations, or dress to scream for acknowledgement. Instead, they move through life with a calm authority that draws respect naturally. Their presence speaks louder than any words could. Think of Richard, a 74-year-old former business owner. He never tries to steal the spotlight, yet somehow he becomes the center of quiet admiration. He doesn't raise his voice to be heard, yet when he speaks, people lean in. He doesn't wear flashy clothes, yet he always appears polished and put together. What draws people to Richard is not what he says or what he wears, it's his energy, his composed, unshakable, quietly commanding presence. The beauty of this kind of confidence, it's timeless. It grows richer with experience and self-acceptance. So, how can you nurture this magnetic, quiet confidence? First, embrace your strengths and make peace with your imperfections. Confidence isn't perfection, it's authenticity. Second, talk less, listen more. Silence adds weight to your words and mystery to your presence. Third, move and stand with intention. Walk with purpose. Make eye contact that says, "I see you," without needing to say a word. True confidence isn't loud, it's deeply rooted, effortlessly felt, and eternally attractive. 2. The art of speaking less and meaning more. There is extraordinary power in restraint, in choosing your words carefully and valuing silence. In today's world of endless noise and oversharing, those who speak with purpose and listen with genuine interest stand out like beacons. The silently captivating understand that mystery is magnetic. By leaving some things unsaid, by allowing curiosity to bloom, they become far more intriguing than those who lay everything bare. Evelyn, a 77-year-old retired teacher, embodies this beautifully. She doesn't waste words on idle gossip or force her opinions into every conversation. But when she speaks, everyone listens. Her words are chosen with care, and because of that, they linger long after the conversation ends. She doesn't need to dominate the room. Her quiet wisdom naturally commands respect. When you speak with intention, you show thoughtfulness. When you listen deeply, you make others feel valued. And when you allow silence to be your companion, you create a magnetic field around you, one that draws people closer, longing to understand the depths they sense but cannot immediately reach. To master this skill, pause before you speak. Let your words arise from reflection, not impulse. Listen more than you talk. Let people feel truly seen and heard in your presence. And most importantly, embrace mystery. You don't need to explain everything. Allow people the pleasure of discovering you slowly, layer by fascinating layer. Silence, when used with grace, doesn't create distance. It creates allure. It invites intimacy without giving everything away. If you've ever been captivated by someone who said little but left a lasting impression, leave a 2 in the comments. Your shared experiences inspire and uplift our community. 3. The effortless elegance of deep self-respect. Self-respect is perhaps the most radiant form of silent attraction. It shows not through what you say, but through how you treat yourself and what you quietly refuse to tolerate. It's not about being difficult or aloof. It's about knowing your worth so profoundly that you naturally demand respect, without ever raising your voice or pleading for it. People with strong self-respect don't overextend themselves for the approval of others. They don't sacrifice their peace just to avoid saying no. They move through life with a calm authority that says, "I am valuable," without uttering a word. Take James, a 72-year-old former architect. In his younger days, he said yes to everything and everyone, until he realized it was draining his spirit. Today, he protects his time and energy. He sets boundaries with grace, not anger. And the fascinating result? People admire him even more. They seek his company not because he bends over backward, but because his presence feels grounded, respectful, and rare. To embody this quiet elegance of self-respect, guard your energy fiercely. Walk away from what drains you without guilt. Say no with kindness but without apology. Your peace is sacred. Carry yourself like someone who knows they are priceless. When you treat yourself with quiet dignity, others rise to meet the standard you set. Respect isn't demanded, it's inspired. 4. The magnetic power of full presence. In today's noisy world, where everyone is multitasking, half listening and rushing to the next thing, there's something deeply captivating about a person who is fully, completely present. They aren't thinking about their phones. They aren't glancing at the door, wondering what's next. They are right there, with you. And because this is so rare, it is profoundly magnetic. You can feel it in the way they look at you, the way their eyes stay focused instead of darting around the room, and the way they truly listen without waiting impatiently to speak. Their presence alone makes you feel seen, heard, and valued. Think of Margaret, a 68-year-old retired writer. When she speaks with someone, she isn't rushing or mentally checking out. She is fully absorbed, listening to every word, every pause, every emotion. She doesn't interrupt. She doesn't glance at her watch. She simply is. And because of that, people naturally open their hearts to her. Being fully present is a rare gift, not only to others but to yourself. It allows you to experience life deeply, to savor your morning coffee, to admire the golden sunset, to appreciate small moments that others miss while rushing by. So how do you cultivate this transformative presence? First, put away distractions. Your attention is the greatest gift you can offer. Second, slow down and fully experience each moment, whether it's a conversation, a meal, or a quiet walk. Third, maintain steady eye contact and listen with true intention. Presence is not about doing more, it's about being more. And those who master it become unforgettable. 5. The quiet strength of emotional composure. There is something profoundly magnetic about a person who remains calm, composed, and emotionally steady, no matter what is happening around them. Not cold, not detached, but calmly powerful. In a world where so many are quick to anger, easily offended, and always caught up in drama, emotional composure stands out like a lighthouse in a storm. Consider Walter, a 76-year-old retired firefighter. He has seen crises, faced dangers, dealt with difficult people. And yet, through it all, he has learned not to let the chaos around him control his inner world. If someone insults him, he doesn't react with anger. If plans fall apart, he doesn't crumble. He pauses, breathes, and responds with calm authority. And because of that, people trust him. They feel safe in his presence. They admire the strength he never needs to announce. How can you develop this rare emotional mastery? First, learn to pause before reacting. A single deep breath can change everything. Second, protect your peace. Not every minor inconvenience deserves your emotional energy. Third, walk through life with a steady belief. Nothing outside me has the power to disturb my inner peace. A person who holds their emotional ground in every situation radiates a strength that is silently but powerfully irresistible. 6. The irresistible beauty of a life well lived. Finally, there is a kind of beauty that no youth, no fashion, no fleeting trend can imitate. It is the beauty of a life truly lived. And it leaves an unforgettable mark. Not someone who clings to the past. Not someone who brags about what they once were. But someone who wears their experiences like a well-worn, perfectly fitting coat. Comfortable, elegant, and dignified. Think of Helen, an 81-year-old former artist. She doesn't talk about the past unless asked, and when she does, her stories are rich, vivid, and full of wisdom. She speaks of love and loss, success and failure, with gratitude rather than regret. She isn't trying to be young again. She isn't bitter about growing older. She simply radiates peace, the peace that comes from embracing every chapter of her life. Sadly, many people grow older and become trapped in bitterness or nostalgia. But those who are truly magnetic are the ones who embrace every line on their face, every scar on their soul, every lesson life taught them. So how do you embody this rare, captivating presence? First, own your journey, all of it. Your experiences have made you extraordinary. Second, stay curious about life. Growth doesn't end at any age. Third, live with gratitude for the life you have lived and the possibilities still ahead. True beauty doesn't fade with time. It deepens. And the more you embrace your story, the more irresistibly magnetic you become. Silent magnetism doesn't come from chasing attention or proving your worth. It comes from presence, from calm emotional strength, from the quiet dignity of a life embraced fully. You don't need to change who you are. You simply need to let go of what dims your light. When you stand in your truth with quiet confidence, when you honor your life story, and when you offer your full presence to the world, you become unforgettable without even trying. Which of these qualities do you see most in yourself? Which one would you love to develop further? Share your reflections in the comments. I would truly love to hear your story. If you found this journey inspiring, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content that uplifts, empowers, and celebrates the beauty of who you are. Until next time, stay magnetic, stay grounded, and stay wonderfully, authentically you.